Hello, friends and family. Welcome to Olive Garden. Today, we are playing video games. Heavy Rain, to be exact.
Yes.
Also known as the Bad Dad Simulator 2012. This game was not made in 2012, I don't think. But it could have been. It was a PlayStation. Get my stats on it later. Stats team. Anyway. Why waste time? I'm wearing my Octodad shirt. Also, like Hydra.
Notice that.
2 for 1. I'll switch it over. Where we last left our heroes, we survived the torture wreck. We survived a murder trial of being chased around with a shotgun.
Yeah, that guy was awful.
We fought who we would assume is the origami killer in a room.
Yeah.
He got away. We
got framed for murder, almost.
Almost got framed for murder. Sexy danced.
Hit somebody with a lamp.
With a lamp. Now here we are. I realize I'm not wearing my glasses, so hopefully I don't have to see things. I don't know where they are.
She just doesn't leave him alone.
No.
Ethan, are you all right?
Oh yeah, I also shot him. Somebody in the head again.
Yeah, that's the murder trial.
I had no choice. I had no choice.
You're not the origami killer, Ethan.
Maybe.
You're not responsible for those murders.
Are your parents coming over, dear?
I can prove it.
Okay, your dad's here.
That changes nothing. Saving Sean is all that matters now.
And Roosevelt Boulevard or whatever.
No, they got time. They're gonna make out and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't. Not now.
I'm sorry.
How about saving this kid who's dying? You can make out with him?
Anyway, I am.
Oh God.
Run, cat.
I'm gonna go. I've no more business here. I'm going home.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello?
He's trying to save his son. He's being chased by the police, and I'm trying to kiss him. What an idiot.
It's true.
What was I thinking? How could I have ever believed that he felt something for me?
I'd jump to some.
I hope he proves his innocence and finds his son alive.
Just bad timing, lady. It has nothing to do with no one loving you.
Cops. They're looking for Ethan. It looks like a raid.
I'm playing as the girl. That's your job. I just realized that. Because
Okay.
I had it for Bad Dad.
Yes.
Because he was in the loading screen and then my brain didn't click.
Hey, get on this, I guess?
That's you just drive away.
She looked at the phone. I thought I had to go call his room or something.
Yeah, I think you probably
think
try
I
and warn him.
No, there's no time. Was it?
Come on, what was the damn number? Come on, come on. Pick up the phone.
Hello?
The cops. They're in the motel. You've got to get out of here.
Oh, geez, now okay.
Come on, he's getting away! He's still
Nope.
on the move! Get him! He's making a run for it! He's on the balcony!
This lady.
Oh, good shot.
Another guy.
God, I can't do the joysticks apparently. I don't know.
Don't move!
The cops is right.
Yeah, they're a terrible SWAT team.
It's over. On your knees. Hands behind your head. Easy, pal. Nowhere to go. You're surrounded. Holy fuck!
Why would he fall backwards?
Well,
jump.
I said jump, and he was just like, kill myself.
Break my neck? Okay.
Hey, I'm pretty beat up.
See this SWAT helicopter?
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Isn't this how you run a taxi? I like the SWAT guy who I was on the railing and just couldn't.
Yeah.
Just kept going for my toes.
Lauren?
I'm sorry, Scott.
You should have listened to me, Mr. Shelby. I told you to drop the investigation.
Your son is a serial killer. How many people does he have to kill before you turn him in?
Gordy has his faults, but he's still my son. You have no children, Mr. Shelby. You can't possibly understand. You leave me no choice. Your investigation is over. For good.
Ooh, okay.
Great.
Lauren! Shit!
Okay, nothing that way.
Lauren!
I just keep shaking their hands, I guess.
Lauren!
Hold. Joystick down. Tap out. The arrows holds. That's tap. Still not awake. Oh, I didn't know that was escape. Wow. Wow. It seemed.
Okay.
That seemed cheap. Because there's two things. You don't know what they're pointing at.
Yeah, I didn't.
Think you're gonna killing people. Probably pick up one of their guns. You're probably running low on ammo there. How many guards does this man have? We can't take breaks. Oh!
Stay back! Don't come near me, or I'll shoot!
You get to pick his death. Make it violent.
Please, don't hurt me! Oh!
Hold.
Bastard! Lauren is dead! You fucking killed her! Stop! I beg you!
Your idiot son killed all those kids, didn't he? He's the origami killer.
No! No! He's innocent! He's not a killer! Not a killer!
fucking liar. Now tell me the truth.
No! No, please! Don't hurt me!
Last chance.
I don't know. I swear! I don't know anything! Oh. Oh. Stop! Stop! I beg you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything.
Gordy always wanted his fun, you know. He wanted to be like the origami killer. He kidnapped that kid and he held him under the water for a little too long. It was an accident. An unfortunate accident. He just wanted to play. He told me everything. He was crying. He was so sorry for what had happened. Whatever he did, Gordy is my son.
Throw him through a window.
No one will miss him.
What?
That boy, Gordy killed. No one will miss him. The street trash, like so many others.
Oh, you disgusting pile of shit. What about John Shepard? Why did you put flowers on his grave?
I own the construction site where he died. I never forgot. I've been putting flowers on his grave for 30 years.
John had a twin brother. What happened to him?
I don't know. He was adopted, I think. His mother should know. Her name is Anne. Anne Shepard. That girl, Lauren, she was just a whore. You'll forget her in no time. Come and work for me, Shelby. I'll pay you well. Be able to have all the girls you want.
Never say her name again. You hear me?
Oh man, don't kill him.
My heart! My heart! Quickly! I need my pills. In that drawer, there.
Whoops.
Shelby! Come back! I fucking order you! Come back!
Can't believe I let that woman die.
That's okay. It's like when I shot that one guy the first time, where it's just like, there's 15 different commands on the screen, I picked the one.
Right. Wasn't it like R2 or something too? Maybe?
For mine, it was like R1, which I
okay.
guess makes sense to shoot, but for yours, it was just like R2 or
like
some...
you have to look towards her.
Hello, I'm looking for Anne Shepard's.
Why does she know about
Please
him?
sign the visitor's book. Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her, you know.
I'm trying to remember, did she get it from the dancer guy?
Thank you.
Did he say something about Aunt Shepard? 'Cause I thought she said something about John Shepard.
Yeah.
Orchids.
Hello, Mrs. Shepherd.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Shepherd.
Still sleeping?
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
I came to talk about your son, Mrs. Shepherd.
My son? I have no son.
Good talk.
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
Your other son, Mrs. Shepherd. John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Try to remember, Mrs. Shepherd. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
The babies? We fed them about when Bob was here, so 10.
It'd take days, if not longer, to find the name of the family that adopted her son. Sean Mars would be dead by then. This woman might be the origami killer's mother. Must be some way to get her to remember.
I love origami, but that's not my favorite one.
Shit, is that one even supposed to be? Frog?
Mm-hmm.
She picked up origami real quick.
I love origami, but that's not my favorite one.
Give me a hint.
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs, too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max. Max, Max, Max? All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it?
Seems to be working. She's remembering stuff. Gotta find something else to show her. Alright, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here.
Bet if you go get those orchids.
Alright, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here.
That's the confidence that we love.
Yep.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave.
Are these your children, Mrs. Shepherd? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them, always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know.
Lady, just tell us what we need to move forward.
I cried when they told me. I'd already lost one of my children, and now they were taking away another one, you understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Shepherd. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
His name, Mrs. Shepherd. What was his name?
But I
Oh,
loved
Jesus.
him.
Talking to old people are the worst.
If you only knew how much I missed him.
Please, Anne. His name. What was his name?
Come closer.
Oh, she's gonna lick your ear.
Stab you or something.
That'd be amazing. She's the origami killer?
Yep.
I think that's supposed to make us think that maybe it's Ethan. Maybe it's Bad Dad.
Yeah.
last origami figure. The last trial. The last origami figure. The last trial. The last origami figure. The last trial.
Dude, tell himself something. Keep going. Creepy smile on his face.
The last trial. The last question. Are you prepared to give your life to save your sons? There is a deadly poison in this file. It will kill you in exactly 60 minutes. If you drink it, you will get the last letters of the address. You will have enough time to save your son and say goodbye to him, but then you will die. You can drink the file or decide to leave. The choice is yours.
I mean, I think this is an obvious one. You don't drink it. We have enough letters. I'm afraid if I push it down, he's just gonna like glug it. Like I want him to like pick up and like smash it on the floor.
I'll find you, Sean. I'll figure out a way, and I'll come and get you, son.
I feel like you have enough letters.
Is he still in the cab?
Mm-hmm.
They gotta be able to track cabs. Like the company that owns them.
I'm nowhere, and I'm out of time. To have fucking shitty letters from this fucking address. Come on! There's gotta be a way to do this.
Did I hear an air horn?
Several different addresses fit these letters. God, they're scattered all over the city. I don't have time to check them all.
Oh, there's one by... I think I heard a boat horn, right?
I didn't hear it.
I may only have time for one address. If Sean's not there, I'm done. It's a crapshoot.
Is it a train? That sounds like a boat. Right?
Yeah.
So a boat would be on the bigger body of water. That's my math.
Greggy McGee. Oh, you also fought that giant man with
Oh,
him.
yeah.
And then had to do drugs in order to take him down.
breaking my no drug rule.
We've only got a few more hours left to save Sean Mars. There has to be a goddamn clue somewhere. It's probably staring me in the face. This kid's gonna die, and I'm going around in circles!
All packed up and ready to go?
What are you talking about?
The investigation's over. We know who did it. We no longer need your services anymore, Norman. So you can ride your files all the way back to Washington. I'd be lying if I said I was gonna miss you.
The investigation isn't over. You have absolutely nothing on Mars.
Mars is guilty. Case closed. Anyway, it's no concern of yours now. You're off the case. So pack up and fuck off.
Blake, you are an unbalanced, psychopathic asshole.
I'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, I don't give a shit what you think. I found the origami killer. Everyone's happy. End of story. Have a nice trip back, Norman.
Didn't even give me the option.
The killer's name is here. Somewhere in this data. I just have to find it. Find it before it's too late.
Oh, one last thing, sir. You should be careful not to overindulge in you-know-what.
Yeah, I tried to quit.
It can be dangerous. Very dangerous. It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Like, I don't know, I don't want to go through all this stuff again. We already did all this. I geoanalyze the shit out of everything.
Ari was in record mode when I was fighting with the killer. Perhaps there's something on it. The sword was already in Paco's office. It's got nothing to do with the killer. Gold watch. I'm sure I've seen this before somewhere.
All captains get the same watch.
The watch they give for promotions to lieutenant. The killer is a cop.
That way.
Looks like the killer is a cop. Carter Blake. That would explain the dead-end investigation and his desire to frame Ethan Mars. The gun the killer left at the Blue Lagoon. Perhaps there's some way of tracing its history.
I think Carter Blake's too obvious.
Impounded in a police case
Yeah.
5 years ago, the gun is still supposed to be in police custody. Who checked it out?
That guy's too, like, unsteady.
Yeah.
What?
I can't geoanalyze. I'm not going to solve this case.
Two receipts from the same gas station. Might be near the killer's home.
Oh, yeah. This needs some geoanalyzing.
Ugh, that doesn't get us anywhere.
Yep.
The killer lives in this zone. 342 people live around there. Not good enough. Gotta find a means of identifying the killer more precisely.
Plus the cop nonsense? What cop lives in that area?
Yeah, can't you, like, layer the geo...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There is always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall.
They could have made this like really tough if they timed it. They're like, you have like 10 minutes to freaking figure this stuff out.
Bleeding out of his eye?
Oh, yeah. It's probably...
The killer is white, age between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined.
Probably means I have a time limit.
Organized type. He has a car. He's probably employed, but his work allows him free time.
The cop, we already know that.
Give up or continue? Those are my only things. Like, I wanted to, like, go out and ask people where somebody lives.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do now.
What, did you do the map selection from there?
He just pulls down the map to show you that, like, the area is highlighted. Like, my guy's gonna die, because I just don't know what they want me to do.
I can't go on. I can't go on.
I'm actually very angry at this game right now. Because there was no, like, re-accuse that guy. I'm tempting. I'm cheating. I just want to know what the fudge they wanted me to do there. Is that just like I literally analyzed and geoanalyzed every clue I had.
Right.
Opened up everything, knew exactly where the killer was located. Then my guy's just like, well, I guess that's it. I give up.
Yeah.
I can't go talk to anybody. What? Doesn't make sense. I could have sworn I did this. Fully check every clue and file. For the killer, find the wristwatch. The sword clue is pointless. Along with the earlier clues, if Norman has enough of the new clues, wristwatch, drop gun, and dropped receipts, you have all three of those, you'll be able to acquire a likely suspect. Geoanalyze this suspect. Did that happen? Because
No, because it was still a question mark. I think, right?
Yeah.
Can you redo it?
Gonna. I don't want to make a habit of this in games that are like these one-time playthroughs.
Yeah.
But I feel like we got. I feel like that broke. Unless I literally didn't hit geoanalyze on everything and that didn't count.
I thought you seemed like you did.
It makes sense if like we missed a clue somewhere in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
We've only got a few more hours left to save Sean Mars. There has to be a goddamn clue somewhere.
Good. Can't skip. Dialogue.
Face. This kid's gonna die, and I'm going around in circles!
All packed up and ready to go?
What are you talking about?
The investigation's over. We know who did it. We no longer need your services anymore, Norman. So you can ride your files all the way back to Washington. I'd be lying if I said I was gonna miss you.
The investigation isn't over. You have absolutely nothing on Mars.
Mars is guilty. Case closed. Anyway, it's no concern of yours now. You're off the case. So pack up and fuck off.
Blake, you are an unbalanced, psychopathic asshole.
Psychopathic.
I'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, I don't give a shit what you think. I found the origami killer.
Origami.
Everyone's happy. End of story. Have a nice trip back, Norman.
Oh, I don't get the bleeding of the eye thing.
Killer's name is here. Somewhere in
I
this
think it's like a combination of the drug and like the magic eyeglasses.
Oh, one last thing, sir. You should be careful.
Okay, because he's kind of tripping out. Seeing things here.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. It'll end up killing you if you're not careful. That would be most unfortunate, sir.
Ari was in record mode when I was fighting with the killer. Perhaps there's something on it.
Oh no, I wanted the pause.
Goat watch. I'm sure I've seen this before somewhere. The watch they give for promotions to lieutenant. The killer is a cop. The gun the killer left at the Blue Lagoon. Perhaps there's some way of tracing its history. Impounded in a police case 5 years ago. The gun is still supposed to be in police custody. Who checked
Who
it out?
did this?
If not a cop.
So I think.
Who did he say that before too?
Yeah, he's. So I think I'm.
2 receipts from the same.
You're gonna laugh, but I think I missed a geoanalyze. Yeah, it puts the whole thing into perspective.
That doesn't get us anywhere. The killer lives in this zone. 342 people live around there. Not good enough. Gotta find a means of identifying the killer more precisely.
How many are cops?
Apparently that's the geoanalyze that I missed.
Looks like the killer is a cop. Carter Blake! That would explain the dead-end investigation and his desire to frame Ethan Mars. A cop. There's only one cop in that geoprofiling zone. Gotcha. He owns a warehouse on the docks. If I'm wrong, Sean Mars is dead.
I missed one freaking downstroke on a question mark.
I think it was timing too, because I think you might have done that on the question mark first.
Oh, sure,
And
without
then
placing the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
you sure it's the right car? At the docks. Call 'em the SWAT team. Oh, and I'll need a chopper. Today? Of course I'll need it today, you fucking imbecile.
Here, you can play as snot-nosed brat.
I'll get help. Just hang on. Go on, hurry. I think the water's rising. I'm hurrying. I'll be right back. Hold on, bro. I'll find someone. Then we'll come back and save you. Mama's work is too far away. I'd never make it in time. Dad, I've got to get Dad. He's the only one who can save John. Gotta move. Dad, it's John. He fell into a pipe. He's
Get out of here, you little pest. Leave me alone.
You gotta come, Dad. Come on, John's gonna die. John's gonna die.
Well, that'll be one less greedy mouth to feed, won't it? Go away.
Please, Dad, I'm begging you. John's gonna die. John's gonna die,
What did I
Dad.
tell ya? Scrap!
Please, Dad. You've got to save John. I tried, John. I really tried. But he wouldn't come. Please don't die, John. Please. Don't forget about my Scotty.
Huh.
So he's the killer.
Maybe.
Well,
Yes.
so how else did he acquire that? Why? They're just investigating stuff to tie up loose ends? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, did he has to be doing it and he just didn't remember names before all these time? Almost like you're supposed to play this game not once a week. You can remember everything.
I feel like we remember pretty good.
The killer might be here. I better be careful.
Oh, cool, the fun one. Maybe like start it tilted down and then you have more range up.
Sweet.
The moving the controller is never like a good control.
Yeah. Kidding.
I lost your touch, girl.
Well, took you a while.
Yeah, like the killer's already like saw you twice.
The origami killer's apartment. There must be something that'll tell me where Sean Mars is. I'll go through it room by room, but there's bound to be some kind of clue.
We burned it all.
Gotta be fast. He could come back anytime. That's where the smell of burning comes from. Evidence going up in smoke. cop's uniform. Always trust a cop. That's why children went with him. He was dressed as a cop.
Guy's in a grow house. Guy loves his pot.
Shelby could come back at any moment. Sean Mars. Oh, the lunatic's been watching him drown.
Shit, it needs a password.
Yeah. You probably don't have it. Max. Max, the dog.
For dogs when he was a child. What the hell is that?
An address. It's gotta be where Sean Mars is. Hurry, there's no time to lose.
I'd just leave.
This is where he cultivated the orchids that he left on the chest of his victims.
So you found my little secret?
It's over, Scott. All those children killed just to find a father capable of saving his son?
Shut up! You don't understand.
There's one child left. There might still be time to save him. Let him go. Do what your father couldn't do.
Who didn't like? You're like, hey, wasn't your father a piece of shit? I'm gonna keep telling you that.
Right. That's...
Oh. Left one. Window? Hey, you can make it to the pipe. I've played Assassin's Creed.
Aw,
Ooh. Does she know where she's running to?
seriously?
That's a tap on the L1. Where's the fucking egg?
Awesome.
It's way too high. I'll kill myself if I jump.
I'm gonna die.
I don't like your chances. Oh, cool, propane tank.
Okay.
Take the propane tank. Get it off that table. Oh, yeah, or just poke it, I guess.
It's way too high. I'll kill myself if I jump. I gotta find something else.
Yeah. What else are we supposed to do? Yes. Let go. Square.
Shit. Xbox.
No, this is PlayStation.
I know. I know.
Down. Oh, going into the kitchen.
I didn't mean to.
No, I know, but why would she? Oh.
This should help.
Dead. Leave.
Fridge. Can I get in the fridge?
I think she's gonna Indiana Jones it. Hold it. Yes, until time blows up. And I think she's dead anyway. Wow.
What?
Wow.
Ow. Yeah, well, he just didn't kill 2 women today.
He's seen some.
Who's Jaden?
Cop.
I know where Sean is. I've
Oh.
got to tell him.
Who should I call?
Yeah, confirm. Whatever. Who cares? Jaden should already know. He did his research.
Yeah, true.
Thank God she only has enough battery for one person. I don't think he picked up. I think the getting in a fridge. The old Indiana Jones. Sick of playing. Let's just move game along here. I know this is supposed to be Sean, but
Done.
You wouldn't be in a building. It's not getting rain, you dummy.
I've been looking for a long time,
Hey, I guess I got the address right.
looking for a father that would be able to do what mine could not do. Sacrifice himself in order to save his son. Oh, I searched. And then I remembered you.
I'd be like, hey, can we not have this talk now? I'm gonna try and save my kid.
Do you have any idea how it feels to be a worthless nothing in your father's eyes? Believe me, I've suffered just as much as my victims.
I finished your damn trial. Now give me back my son.
He's there. All you have to do is open that grate.
Ah, you locked it. Yeah, I'm shaking that stupid thing. It's locked, you dum-dum.
See the padlock?
Drop the gun. Where did he drop it? Work, I guess. You lock it in and then you stand on the other.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna beat the game today.
Where else they could go from here?
I think I'd just dive in, but that didn't. God, Shelby, you were a bad man. Oh, you know what? I'll admit, I'm not too manly not to just groin kick until like the day's over.
Yeah.
That man, if he lives, he's not gonna have a dick. Hey cops, you wanna like, I don't know, offer some support up here? They're all just parked below.
You're gonna fall down.
Suspect is likely to be armed and dangerous. All personnel are ordered to shoot to kill. I repeat, shoot to kill. Ash, are the snipers in position?
Yes, Lieutenant. They're ready on your command.
Perfect. He won't get away this time. We'll gun him down as soon as he shows his face. Hey! You there! What are you doing?
Lieutenant, my name is Madison Page. I'm a journalist. I have proof that Ethan Mars is innocent. He's not the origami killer.
What is a journalist doing here? I thought I told everybody to keep their mouths shut. Now get her out of here. I don't want her getting in the way.
Okay, Lieutenant.
Just shout the name of it is.
Terrible Ethan Mars is innocent. I can prove it.
To say it's Scott Shepard. They'd be like, how do you know? Come on. Move the joystick, and then move the controller.
Don't help me, son, please. Breathe. Gotta breathe.
Never took a real CPR class, so I hope this isn't a test for me.
Don't leave me.
Okay, you're not done. Just keep going.
For all this, you're just gonna cry?
CPR.
Sean. Oh. I thought you were gone.
Dad. I knew you would come and save me.
Ash, get her out of my face.
Mars didn't do it, for Christ's sakes. He's innocent.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm playing the part.
It's okay.
What do we do? Attention all personnel, hold your fire. I repeat, hold your fire.
What's going on?
Cops. They're out there. They have the building surrounded. They'll shoot you if you go outside.
I'll go out alone. I'll talk to them. I'll explain.
You'll be dead before you can open your mouth. Look, we'll all go out together with our hands in the air, and they can't possibly shoot us.
Do it again.
I have the evidence that proves your innocence.
Your kid was neglected for like 5 days, and you're just gonna leave him laying in some pooled water while you talk to your journalist girlfriend?
That's okay. The only thing that matters is that you saved your son.
How did that get up there?
Oh, you know, you're always throwing sledgehammers where they don't belong.
Oh! Nice. It's headshots.
Baseball player.
Save me.
Hammer's hand.
Oh. You know, part of me understands the irony that his brother died because no one helped him up. And now he left holding on.
Yep.
Someone did not help him up and then he died. But I felt like if I would have helped him, he would have pulled me in.
Yeah. So he was just pretending to help that other girl out the whole time, or like discovering the grave and trying
Yeah, I mean,
trying
that's
to
the
frame
thing.
the other guy's son and stuff, or
The only thing that makes sense is if they say that he was like tying up the loose ends, like the box that he left people or the phone that he left them. But it doesn't make sense.
The police believed at one point to be the killer. It is no doubt due to his great courage and tenacity that he succeeded in foiling the plans of the origami killer. The police commissioner presented him with an official apology today. Our main headline today: it is reported that the police have identified the man thought to be...
Anyone want to do anything with that, baby?
48 is a former police
No?
lieutenant.
Okay, that's fair.
To be a private eye hired by the families of the killer's victims. Shelby was killed during a massive police operation, but further details have not yet been released to the public.
maybe he was just like, "Why is this old guy coming to my brother's grave?"
Like I said, it doesn't make sense.
If you really, really want to, or we can keep on looking until we find something you like.
You're missing a finger, Dad.
It doesn't matter where we live, as long as we're together.
What about your mom?
I will never let anyone or anything separate us again.
Except for when your mom needs you.
We're stuck with each other, kiddo. Like glue.
Can I choose what my room is?
Sure thing, champ.
There's no room. It's just an open warehouse.
What is your job?
Kid saver. Pays decent. I think there's a lot of kids to save.
Alright, then I think we can stay here.
Our next guest is rumored to be about to receive a Pulitzer Prize for her remarkable series of investigative articles about the origami killer case. Showing incredible courage, her daring intervention led to the arrest of the country's most wanted criminal and saved the life of a little boy. This evening, I welcome a woman who might well be the true definition of a heroine for the ages, Madison Page. Good evening. Thank you for agreeing to talk with us. Now, you've been described as being both determined and tenacious. Two qualities, no doubt, that were needed to see you through the dark hours of this unbelievable story. Were you afraid at any time?
Well, I almost got murdered several times, so...
Mm-hmm. Torture chamber.
Had to dance
burning
for my
building,
life.
dance for my life. You know, but other than that.
Thank you, Miss Page. I really admire you for what you've done.
Thank you.
For John, please. We need more journalists like you, Miss Page. It's a good thing you were there to catch that bastard.
Thank you. What's your name?
Vincent. Excellent investigation, Miss Page. You are one brave lady.
I don't like that voice.
You deserve a better adversary. Somebody more ferocious.
Setting up the sequel.
Our guest today is on the cover of today's World magazine this week and has been hailed by the whole nation as a new hero.
Why is he wearing the
for
same
our
outfit?
times. Astonishingly,
You know.
he almost single-handedly ended the sinister series of killings
by the man known as the Origami Killer and saved the life of young Sean Mars. His determination, courage, and intelligence have won our admiration. Norman Jayden.
You almost single-handedly did it, even though you just had the other person on that you gave credit to for teaching him. Flush it.
Nice. Maybe do things the old-fashioned way. Interesting. There's 18 possible epilogues.
Oh, he's going after him because he copied him. He killed a little kid. The dad said that he killed that kid because he was trying to be like he wanted to be like him, so he's probably trying to.
Yeah, maybe.
He gets a thing. You just get like a piece of shit on the ground or something. 2011.
I want to see you. I'm a father too.
Okay.
Did you win?
I'm trying like.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Oh, is that the first fight? Yeah.
So now she almost got killed by an old man with a chainsaw and a guy with a knife.
I'm trying like with most of these games, there's like a good ending, bad ending, right?
Yeah.
Did we have a good ending, bad ending?
Did we do good?
All of our people survived except for Scott.
Stay back! Don't come near me, or I'll shoot
But I guess, I mean, like, looking at the different epilogues, I guess that was Norman's good one, because he throws away the drug.
Mm-hmm. What's a tank thing?
Oh, I don't know. They don't explain it. They just give you a list of the different ones. One's called Case Closed, which is Norman survives, obtains Sean's location, and Sean lives. And that's the one we got.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's one where Norman survives, doesn't get Sean's location, and that's Resignation. Then one Smoking Mirror, which is Norman survives, doesn't get the location, and Sean dies. And then there's Norman dies, and they just either at Mad Jack, at Fish Tank, or at the old warehouse. But what I think is weird, a lot of the endings rely on that kiss.
Really?
Yeah. So the one we got is because we didn't kiss. It says doesn't kiss or forgive Madison. I have to imagine you kiss and then you forgive her.
Forgive her for what?
I think for kissing you. I don't know. So we got doesn't kiss or forgive. So he's with his child alone. But if we kissed her and then forgave her, then they start a life together, and Sean is, I guess they're a
family.
I mean, technically we got all the good ones besides the kiss, because Madison survives, got Sean's location, Sean is rescued. Ethan survived, got Sean's location, Sean was rescued, so forth and so on. The only ones we missed out on is ones relating to Scott, which is if Lauren would have survived, and Scott would have lived. Because then, you know,
Oh, if you help them up?
Yeah. But never. I think I'm okay with our ending.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel.
I don't either.
But now we have
Pretty confusing.
We have to rank it and talk about it and spin for wins.
So is there another one? Do you know?
There's not another Heavy Rain. There's other games of this ilk made by the same company, but they don't continue the story.
It's like clearly something happens with him, where there's another case or something that
causes tanks to kill him.
There's a killer that wants to get her or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, she had those delusions in her apartment, remember? There's, like, people who...
Yeah, she had a dream about people killing her.
So my guess is that maybe she's just, like, psychopath?
Right.
And there was no guy who was really like, you need a better adversary. She just kind of imagined that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
huh.
I don't know. Okay. I'll be unprepared. I wasn't ready to pull up my list. Let credits roll, because it's better than looking at a blank screen at the moment. I guess the first question is this a top 20 game?
Yes.
Because our 20th game is Dante's Inferno. Oh, okay. I'll switch over. People can see what I see. There's a lovely ranking of games. So, we have outside of outside of the top 20. Vikings Attack at 21, Speed Devils at 22, Series of Poker at 23, and Harm's Way at 24. Dante's Inferno is the 20th, and presumably the last one to make it onto the big list. We are saying, I would say this game is better than Dante.
Yes, I agree.
So we know what's going on the list. The question is, where? My initial... Man, see, I'm torn. I won't speak for you, but the whole time we were playing this, and the time when we weren't, like during the week, you know, I would occasionally think about like, okay, you know, like once it started getting good, like the first episode when we did 2 hours and it was just like breaking plates
and
and shaving and
losing kids
and losing kids. It's like, oh, okay, this is weird. But when it was just like going through trials and knowing that characters could die.
Yeah, I think when they started being able to die and stuff, that's
and just
exciting.
like, oh man, if I fail this mini game, clicking a button, like a doctor could put a drill through my heart.
Right.
And that's it. And then I just don't play as her for the rest of the game because the game continues. But the fact that Scott was the killer, I didn't buy.
No, I don't like it. Really.
Like, okay, they explained it. Like, I wanted to test Dad's to see what Dad could do, what mine couldn't, and save a son.
Yeah, but who said his dad had to die for him to save his son? He just would have pulled him out of jump down there and take his foot out of the tube and get out. Like, he didn't have to die.
Yeah.
So them having to kill themselves doesn't.
And the whole like and Scott's whole arc is that we think about is that he is a detective that's like looking into it, right? But you're just like, why is he even doing this? Why is he trying to quote unquote find Sean for the entire game?
Right.
If he already knows where Sean is. There's no one hired him, there's no one breathing down his neck that he needs to fake it. So why isn't he just sitting in his room, like chatting it up on the phone, and then it's not like he's like has to check into the police, and so he's got to be like, I went here.
I would think that he would be, like, well, he wants Sean, but he fought like he. I don't know. It's hard to say because you'd think he was covering. It's like why would he? He was covering his tracks from him.
Yeah, he was covering his tracks for himself. Like the typewriter thing, no one else was going to go to that guy and be like, who bought this typewriter? So he's like, he killed that person for no reason. His whole, like, I hate this family.
Yeah, that other girl never would have. The one that he got the phone from, she wasn't going to do anything.
No.
The second girl, I don't know, what is her name, that died?
Lauren?
Yeah, Lauren. She wouldn't have got anywhere without him.
Yeah.
Like, she might have been looking into it, but all you had to do was kill her. Why you didn't have to...
I feel like, and I understand the whole point is the big reveal, but it almost would have been more interesting if while you play as him, you know that he's the killer, and he's destroying evidence, and if you fuck up
but you have to make it, you have to make it, yeah, you have to make it, you have to destroy evidence without making it obvious here.
Yeah, but like if you like, let's say,
so you have a strategy.
Yeah, not rubbing off all the fingerprints means that the cops question you, right? And if they question you too much, then they catch on, and the game ends too early or whatever it is.
Right.
Like, and you don't see the whole game play out. But just having him like, I'm a good guy, then just like, you murdered a bunch of people for no reason.
Yeah.
When you knew you were the killer. You could have easily told Lauren, like, dead end, like when she's standing out in the rain and she got out of that car.
Yeah. It's time to give it up.
Yeah. Could just been like, driving away, tip my cap. Right. Now that's one loose end I don't need to worry about.
Yeah. You don't want my help anymore? Okay. Yeah, that part's weird.
So, all right, where does this go? Is it, if we say it's above 20, is it in the lower half? Is it 15 below? Does it beat Freestyle Street Soccer?
Yes, for me it does.
Okay, so is it in the 10 to 15 mark? Does it beat Super Dodgeball?
I know for sure it's below 7.
Okay.
For me.
Would you
like
put
I would probably rather, I mean, not, it's hard because you can't play this game and still find it fun, really.
You'd have to
all you do is mess around and try to get different endings, but
Yeah.
you know, it's gonna
You'd like to purposely like have a character die. It's like, 'cause you could go back if we pooched up a bunch and be like, I want to do it right.
Mhm.
But we really didn't pooch up that much. Granted, we cheated one time.
But any replay of it is not like it's just to see what happens. There's no.
Yep.
You already know, so it's like
You would have more fun now watching somebody else play, not saying anything.
right. Just replayability is very low, but it's way more exciting than like Top Spin for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things where it's just like every game we add on here, I start to look at the list and I go like, why did we put it there? Because like I could argue that this is better than That's You and less than Katamari, right? And that would put it the new number 8.
Yeah.
And I would agree that's probably as high as it goes. But if I do a nuanced look, like I could also see it just being like just above Blast Core and right below Lost Vikings because you bring up that like replayability thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yes, this first impression, this first playthrough is great. I was very intrigued. I'd put it under Katamari. But when I factor that in, I go, well, every time I play it, it would move farther and farther down the list.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not an exceptionally like control-wise fun game to play.
Yeah.
All of the
it's all
fun
story.
is story-based. And trying not to screw up while you have to use a claw to play, hold 9 different buttons and use your teeth to move a joystick.
Yeah. So I guess that part of it you could play and still be suspenseful because you're trying not to die.
Yeah.
But, like,
I almost feel like part of me wants to reseed the whole thing, but we can't do that. Not until we review, what was it, every 20?
Yeah.
So
and then they was just you could move one, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of my vote would be the new number 12 above Blast Core. But if your vote doesn't have to be the same as mine, if your vote's the new number 8, then I'd say we split the difference.
I was gonna say we could split
and put it as the new number 10. But that's if you're putting it as high as 8.
I think it was just more exciting than those at the time, but it doesn't mean that
you put it where you think it'd be, and
that doesn't mean it's actually better than those.
Also, I think my nostalgia for Lost Vikings is trying to tell me Lost Vikings is a better game, when in reality, not.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if we put it at number 10, it's definitely better than Top Spin. You know, it's like that's the thing. Is like, if I'm gonna put it ahead of Super Dodgeball, then I might as well put it above Top Spin. And if I'm gonna put it above Top Spin, then just put it above That's You. Like that's just a block to me. They're all the same.
I think I'd be fine with I think I'm good with 12. New 12.
Okay.
Stupid twist. You can't play it more than once without it being completely ruined.
Still a very fun first play. Made it above a lot of games that are good. Octodad.
World Tour.
World Tour.
Hybrid Heaven.
Hybrid Heaven now is on the bubble.
It'll be gone soon.
You think Zelda's gonna make it above Hybrid Heaven?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. The new number 12 game. Heavy Rain for the PlayStation. Hey, bud. Okay. With that done, we now get to do what I've been aching to do 4 months.
Spin?
Spin. Heavy rain. Okay. Going right into it. We have a reminder. We have our 2 new wedges right on the front one, which is Phil picks a game and Bob picks the game. Spinner's choice, however, cannot be used to pick that wheel. Spinner's choice just picks system. 3 spins. Here we can go. PlayStation 1 and 2. I feel like it's the wheel, like it's an imaginary wheel. Is it weighted? It feels like it always stays on the same couple. We get rid of Katamari on here. Yes. Okay. I don't know what I'm rooting for. Tony Hawk, I guess. That's a quick one. DOA. Fighting game. Katamari 2. We love Katamari. Interesting. Spin 2.
That one, a couple of videos again, or?
It's probably a little longer, but not by much.
Yeah, NES heavy as well. And weighted.
I feel like we haven't gotten an NES game in a while. Mega Man 2 was the last one we did.
True.
Alright, do I have all my new games here? I do not. We need to add Pickle Cubicle. To add Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout. Yeah, he got it.
New seed of what I want to play.
Yeah, that's a 1 video. All right.
Mario 2.
Only thing that I would not pick on NES is Final Fantasy. Just because of the length, not because it's a bad game. I would even take, if we get Dr. Mario, I'd play Dr.
Oh, keep going.
Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout. You called it.
Didn't even put it on there.
Yeah, good thing. All right. I don't know why I thought adding 2 wheels of us just picking the game would be instant land on. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, I already know what the game is.
XCOM 2?
I can't say it for legal reasons. But I think that's going to win.
Well, you've already said it. That you were going to pick it, I think.
Yeah, I did. Wow. Turn of events. All right, guys. That's it for us. Here at What's the Greatest?
Maybe we'll get the new game next time. Maybe
There'll be more Zelda. We're so close to finishing Zelda at this point. When people have watched this one, this Heavy Rain video,
They needed to see
they will have already seen that we have beaten the Spirit Temple. Zelda. So all that's left is sand and...
Yeah, I don't even know what that's called. Is that one the Spirit Temple? I don't know. The other one was Shadow Temple, I think.
Yeah, who cares?
I think that's what.
All right, thanks for watching. Toodaloo.